Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a retro review for Murder in the Orient Express. This is a film from 2017, rated PG-13 with a runtime of an hour and 54 minutes. So, I recently watched A Haunting in Venice, which is also based on the same Agatha Christie series. And I'm going to go through it all. But I figured let's talk about all the films in the series. So today I'm dropping the first of three videos. If you are one of our patrons, you also get an exclusive video where I talk a little bit more about the franchise as a whole. So make sure to check that out in the description of the video. So let's get into it. This movie is, as of today, the Rotten Tomato score is 60% from the critics, 54% from the audience. I think that might be a little low. Maybe it's kind of fair. I think overall my rating is very similar to both. But let's talk about the people behind the camera in this movie a little bit more before I get into the review. This is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who also stars in the film, written by Michael Green, and as I mentioned, based upon the novels by Agatha Christie. In this film, a lavish trip through Europe quickly unfolds into a race against time to solve a murder aboard a train. When an avalanche stops the Orient Express dead in its tracks, the world's greatest detective, Hercule Poirot, must arrive to interrogate all passengers and search for clues before the killer can strike again. Now, this film has this series overall has a really deep cast. So I'm gonna do my best to mention at least everyone that's kind of a major player in the movie. So we have, as I mentioned, Kenneth Branagh not only directing but also starring as the titular Hercule Poirot. I guess it's not titular; the movie's not called Hercule Poirot, but we also have Johnny Depp as Edward Ratchet, Michelle Pfeiffer as Caroline Hubbard, Penelope Cruz as Pilar Estravados, Willem Dafoe as Gerhard Hardman, Dame Judi Dench as Princess Natalia Dragominov, Josh Gad as Hector McQueen, Leslie Odom Jr. as Dr. Arbuthnot, Daisy Ridley as Mary Debenham, Olivia Colman as Hildegard Schmidt, Lucy Boynton as Countess Elena Andrei, Sergei Pulonin as Count Rudolph Andrei, Manuel Garcia Rulfo as Marquez, and Tom Bateman as Boop, who becomes the trusty sidekick of Hercule Poirot. So let's get into it. Murder in the Orient Express emerges as a sumptuous visual feast and a thrilling whodunit mystery thanks to Kenneth Branagh's direction and a star-studded ensemble cast that brings Agatha Christie's classic tale to life with remarkable finesse. In this directorial vision, Kenneth Branagh's vision is palpable from the very beginning of the film. He deftly weaves the narrative into the opulent world of the Orient Express, transforming it into a character of its own. The train, resplendent in its Art Deco glory, becomes both a confined setting for the lavish backdrop against which the drama unfolds. Branagh's flair for the stylistic shots enhances the overall cinematic experience with sweeping camera movements, capturing the grandeur of the train and the interior, the breathtaking landscapes of the mountains outside, and also the claustrophobia of being trapped inside of a train with a killer. Uh, with his keen eye for detail, he ensures that every frame is meticulously crafted, immersing the audience in a bygone era of luxury travel. Now, one cannot help but be captivated by Branagh's portrayal of the brilliant and fastidious detective Hercule Poirot. Branagh infuses the character with charisma and a touch of eccentricity, making him not just a detective but a compelling personality all on his own right. His iconic mustache serves as both a humorous prop and a symbol of his meticulous nature. Branagh's performance is a testament to his acting prowess and his deep understanding of the character, providing a fresh and memorable interpretation of Poirot. I think that Branagh really loves this character. He really put himself in the shoes of Hercule Poirot, and as we go through the franchise, we'll just talk about how more and more Branagh becomes this character, and he adds a little quirks and all the little touches that a character like this deserves. The ensemble cast, featuring a who's who of Hollywood talent, is undoubtedly one of the film's standout features. Each actor brings their character to life with nuance and conviction. From Penelope Cruz's devout missionary to Johnny Depp's enigmatic gangster, the performances are uniformly outstanding. Judi Dench, Daisy Ridley, Michelle Pfeiffer, they all shine in their respective roles. Although they don't all get maybe the time that they should, that was probably one of the things that would have worked a little bit better if some of these characters um, had a more nuanced approach to how much time they were going to get on the screen. But nonetheless, the chemistry among the cast members is palpable, just making the interactions of the characters feel like a joy to watch. This combined with the direction, I think it really enables most of the actors to shine in their moment. As I mentioned, a few of them don't get their full due, like especially like Judi Dench doesn't get maybe as much time as she should have, and then we also get some of the Empress and the Prince. We don't get to see the Count and the Countess. Excuse me, we don't get to see them as much. Maybe like they're just kind of fixtures of the train. It almost feels at that point. But at the core of this film is a thrilling mystery, and Brana keeps the suspense taut throughout the film as Poirot methodically unravels the puzzle of the murder. The audience is kept on the edge of their seats. The movie expertly balances moments of tension with some occasional humor, offering a brief respite from the mounting suspense. Viewers are invited to become armchair detectives trying to piece everything together. The clues are scattered all throughout the film. There's just so much storytelling that it really allows for an engaging and interactive viewing experience, and even a repeat viewing. I've watched this movie now multiple times, and it's also just fun to see how everything kind of comes together. The mystery, like I haven't read the original source material, so I don't know. I didn't know like how this was gonna end. I also never have seen the original films, or that the books were made from the books a long time ago. So really interesting stuff. Another notable highlight is the meticulous interiors that were recreated for the Orient Express to transport viewers to the glamorous world of 1930s. The exquisite costumes, the richly appointed dining cars, just the atmospheric lighting, everything contributes to this film trying to be an immersive experience. These elements just enhance all the visual appeals from before, and they also play a part in unfolding this mystery. So as the story hurtles towards its climax, we navigate some emotional depth in some of these characters, adding layer to the narrative. Obviously, none of this is perfect, and there are some flaws here. I think this film really tries its best, but what I after watching this, I was just left with like feeling like everyone had a good time, including myself. So I think overall, this film just it's really fun to watch if you enjoy this type of mysteries with a little bit of like quirkiness, a little bit of weirdness added to them. I think you're gonna enjoy this film. So I highly recommend if you want to check something out that's a mystery, or if for whatever reason you haven't gotten around to this franchise, maybe give it a shot. Like I said, the movies are imperfect, uh, and I'll talk more about that in my other reviews and on the Patreon stuff. But yeah, I enjoy this franchise. I enjoy visiting this. I'm a big fan of large ensemble cast, like what I like to call the Ocean's 11 type of movie. Where we just get like a bunch of talented people and you put them all in a room and just let them go free. So this is really fun stuff. So yeah, make sure to check this out. Also, shout out to my friends at the Austin Danger podcast who are covering these films with themselves. I'll put a link down to their podcast in the description of this video, so you can check it out. They were the inspiration for me doing this series of reviews, as well as making sure that I didn't miss out on the latest movie, which just came out a couple of weeks ago, Haunting in Venice. So, as always, thanks for watching, everyone. If you watched this film, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone.